Welcome back to Sports Video, our online course where we're going to go over level 1, how to get started recording video, whether it's with your smartphone or with some simple video tools to get you started. Let's jump into it. So at level 1, we're going to master kind of the mobile setup, right? Like how can we get started with video? It's not going to be a multi-camera production. We're going to work into that over time. But how can we get started? Well, luckily in today's world of sports video, there's some awesome apps. I'm going to show you Game Changer in a second here, which in my opinion really is changing the game. As a coach, I just got done loading up a roster and a schedule for the team I coach. And I'm going to put this down. I'm definitely going to jump into Game Changer here. But I want to bring you guys kind of into this world of introductory equipment. So this equipment has to be ready to go, right? It has to be ready for outdoors in many cases, and it needs to be able to capture fast-paced video. One of the things you'll learn is that it's not going to be perfect the first time. And the first time, if you're going to live stream, you're probably going to have bad internet speeds. If you're going to record, you're probably going to miss some shots or angles. Don't worry, as long as you're getting started at level 1, it's important to just get the tools that you need, give it a try, make a few investments, and I'm going to try to give you some tips to build a system that can grow with your needs over time. So just getting started is the important part. Over the course of this book, we're going to look at outdoor systems, and I have a chapter called Tripod Warriors. Literally, getting those tripods up and above the players' heads is so important. So this is a 15-foot tripod, and I've got both the PTZ camera and the wide-angle camera connected to Ethernet already. So I'm going to go ahead and raise it up and start turning on the cameras. All right, so I'm using an Xbox joystick controller with vMix here. I've got it set up so I can control the camera that's all the way up there. With this joystick, I can zoom in, pan and tilt to follow the game. Now, if I miss a shot somehow, I can dump to my wide shot. And by clicking this button here, I can advance the scores. So I'll show you how to do that by advancing the scores on the scoreboard that I'm recording. I'll show kind of some examples of that. And then indoor video systems as well, right? So if you have a press box, if you have a space where you can permanently install things, your job recording these videos over and over again gets so much easier. So we're going to work our way up to that. Level 1 being just a mobile stream with a smartphone, right? You're not tethered to anything. You might want to bring like an extra battery pack to make sure your phone is fully charged up, because sometimes these games are long and recording video takes a lot of processing and battery power. But, you know, that's level 1. Then level 2, we're going to start to look at sports analytics and sideline instant replay. We've looked a little bit of that. Going forward, we're going to jump into that in level 2. Level 3 being full multi-camera setups, instant replay, ISO recordings, and then level 4 being literally broadcast television quality. So I'm going to step you all the way up to that 4th level, but let's start with level 1. Now, level 1 is using a smartphone, and I'm going to show you the Game Changer app in a second here. It's free to get started. It's a freemium app, so some of the more advanced features you have to pay for, but it's super good for scorekeeping, single game live streaming. While it doesn't have multiple viewpoints, right? There's not a lot of camera switching or close-ups that you can do with your phone. It does work, and you can see the overlay here giving these really nice abilities to do scorekeeping integrated. And I want to talk a little bit about what this allows us to do. I'm going to break this down. This looks more complicated than it needs to be, but one of the things that really unlocks the power of sports video is live streaming, and there's a couple reasons why. Once you start live streaming the video, now you can start to work with other people to do scorekeeping in real time, and then Game Changer can actually make highlight reels for you. So the reason why I'm showing this is because you can see here that we have a smartphone tablet. Okay, so there's a tablet here that is your phone, right? Either your phone or an iPad. iPads do have more connectivity. These will oftentimes connect to a cellular tower, okay? So if you're in the middle of nowhere and there's no cell tower, you might not be able to live stream very well. If that's true and there's no cell tower, maybe you can get on the local Wi-Fi. This is a wireless access point. Wireless access points will oftentimes be connected to a hardwired router from the internet service provider. This is often your best bet. What's even better than that would be to get a hardwired connection. You can do this. You can actually get a hardwired connection to the network and plug it into a smartphone. So the reason why I'm showing this, so you can see some of these connection options. So cellular being really not the best, depends on where you are, depends on whether you have 4G, 5G, 3G. Wi-Fi being really good, better than cellular in a lot of cases. And then a hardwired Ethernet from the router being really the best. And the cool thing is that you can actually combine all three of those together to get really, really high quality internet connectivity with software solutions like Speedify. This, what Speedify does is it combines Wi-Fi and cellular and Ethernet all into one really powerful live stream. So if you're having trouble live streaming with your phone, this could be an option for you. So especially if you're doing mobile streaming, what a lot of people find out is, oh man, there's just not enough internet connectivity. I can't live stream. Well, then just record it. Record it and upload it later. That is a really good option. So let's take a look at my smartphone here. And I want to show you Game Changer because it's just, if you haven't used it yet, this is changing the way sports productions are happening. So I want to show my phone here. And what this is the Game Changer app. And the Game Changer app is right here on my phone. Maybe we can just, zoom in just a hair. And what you'll see is you'll see the player that, your athletes, right? That's my son, right? So my son has his own little profile, and we'll be able to see kind of his highlight reels and the teams that he's a part of. You can see he's a part of this team. We played 4 games, and I kept score during these games. I used the Game Changer app to keep score. And so it gives a lot of great options here. So for example, you can RSVP. So as a coach, you kind of know who's going and who's not going. You have the ability to do the scorekeeping, and this is amazing. I'll go ahead and just start this game because this game happened a while ago. And what you can do is you can actually say, oh, there was a goal. And it'll actually say, who scored that goal. And by doing this, what happens is it gathers the data of how many, basically the statistics. And it does a couple other things too. So for example, if you are live streaming to Game Changer and a goal happens, Game Changer knows, oh, that's a highlight reel moment. And it uses the scorekeeping ability to do highlight reels. And the cool thing is, because since it's just on a smartphone, now basically you could ask a parent, and this would be generally me in the sidelines, right? Doing the scorekeeping, and then another person can be doing the live streaming, and then suddenly all the parents can walk away from the game with a highlight reel immediately available in the Game Changer app. So it's just really cool stuff. And I'll show a couple other things here just from a coaching perspective. Let's end that game. You'll also see here that we have the ability to set up an entire team. So I'm coaching a soccer team this year. This is, we don't even have a team name yet. The team name is pending. But you'll see here that I've already put the entire team in. And it's a lot of kids, right? There's a lot of kids, a lot of new faces. So I've asked the parents to upload a picture of their kids to the thing. So me and the assistant coach can really put a name to a face for who's who here. So over the course of a season, as we start to live stream these games, we'll have all the recorded video here, the scorekeeping and the highlight reels and all of the stats. So just giving you a little peek at what Game Changer is doing. This is changing the game of mobile production and streaming at level 1. So back to my PowerPoint here, you can see we've got these easy to use scorekeeping tools that really create the stats moving through the app. We've got the live streaming, which allows you to create those automatic highlight reels. And then these custom athlete profiles that allow coaches to, especially if you're showing up as a coach with a brand new team, 15 kids, learn who they are and track their stats, which is a great way to keep them motivated. You can see here just a quick picture of what I was showing you earlier, allowing you to attribute those goals and assists and shots and saves all in the app to attribute that to the athletes who are performing. Another thing to check out is, as I mentioned, Speedify, right? Because live streaming is so important for Game Changer to get the live video for parents who can't make it and for others involved. You can do the pair and share. What this does is that you can give a QR code to another person and share their cellular connectivity. So in the place I'm streaming on Saturday, I will not have a cellular or Wi-Fi connection. So I'm going to share my cellular connection with the other coach, and together we'll get a bonded cellular connection. Now, I mentioned that you can plug a smartphone into the network, even if it doesn't have a network Ethernet jack. And there are Ethernet to USB-C and Lightning adapters that allow you to plug your smartphone into a wireless signal. So just something to think about if you want to expand your setup. And as you expand your setup and grow over time, I know a lot of coaches, a lot of players that say, hey, I want to keep my phone for what my phone is for, and I want to start using something a little bit more expanded. This is gonna bring us into level 2, but I brought my YOLO box here just to show this to you quickly. I have my YOLO box in front of me here. This box is really interesting. I've really found it handy. Essentially, there's an SD card that just pops right in here, so you can just record everything onto an SD card. It has instant replay. So you can literally just have instant replay. It has scoreboards. So these are the scoreboards here. It's got graphics, overlays, and you can get one of these for less than $1,000. So let me see if I can pull up one of these graphics. You can see the overlays, etc. Just really, really cool. There's the graphic. It's a little off. And so you can bring in all your cameras. So this is something that we're going to be looking at along with a little touchscreen deck here that I'm going to set up. This is so easy that literally kids can use it. Just switching between camera 1, 2, 3, do a replay, go live, record. Really excited about that. We're going to be looking at that in level 2. And I'm going to have a specific video on my PowerPoint here that shows this specific setup. I'm going to do this in hockey with just a 3-camera setup, right? We talked about this a little bit earlier. 2 cameras behind the goals, 1 tactical camera, one of these little YOLO boxes, and a joystick. This is getting into level 2, right? Beyond just streaming a 1-camera mobile stream. But I really think that as you get more involved with sports video, and as we talked about with like analytics, recording each camera independently, this becomes important. Then another thing, moving into level 2, but I'm introducing it to you in level 1, is the world's most popular live streaming and video production software, of course, OBS. This is a free live streaming software that you can use for video production and live streaming. I'm going to include an entire video after this on how to use OBS for sports so you can really dig into this. But it's totally free, and you can put it on any Mac or PC computer. So I look forward to that video. And up next, we're going to go into portable video systems. So while this is all great, you have to decide what you need, right? These YOLO boxes are pretty portable. Your smartphone's obviously portable. And then we're going to look at these portable systems because you have to go out into a field, right? And so we'll look at all the portable video systems and bringing these systems out to the field next. So I'll see you guys in the next video. And I'm very excited to keep going on our sports video course. See you in the next video.